Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to see Amazon CloudFront and its benefits of Amazon CloudFront, and followed by that, we are going to see a demo where we will create an Amazon CloudFront distribution, and from that, a publicly accessible image will be stored in an Amazon S3 bucket. And after that, we will be understanding the custom error pages and geo restrictions in Amazon CloudFront. So let's see what is CloudFront. So Amazon CloudFront is a content delivery network offered by AWS. CDN provides a globally distributed network of proxy servers which cache content, that is web videos or other bulky media, thus improving access speed for downloading the content. CloudFront service works as on a pay-as-you-go basis. CloudFront works with origin servers like S3, EC2, where the content is stored and it is pushed out to the multiple CloudFront servers as content is requested. When CloudFront is enabled, the content is stored on the main S3 server. The copies of those content are created on a network of servers around the world that is called as a CDN. Each server within the network is called an edge server, which will have a copy of our content. When a request is made to the content, the user is provided from the nearest edge server. So CloudFront has features similar to dynamic site acceleration, a method that is used to improve online content delivery. And the CloudFront accelerates the delivery of dynamic content by moving it closer to the user so that to minimize the internet hops involved in retrieving the content. CloudFront's web distribution supports progressive download, that is, data from S3 is cached and then streamed without disruptions. And CloudFront's web distribution also supports streaming that allows user to directly watch without any download. So due to that, the user can move front and back on the video. The latency is based on the size of the file and the customer's internet bandwidth. So this service is actually beneficial for those who are developing a website that distribute a lot of content and need to scale up. And it also helps reduce the cost and improve the performance of a site by providing high data transfer speed and the low latency. And here are the case studies where the Amazon CloudFront has been used and how they are beneficial on using CloudFront services. So now let's see a demo how Amazon CloudFront has actually been used to distribute a publicly accessible image file that is stored in an Amazon S3 bucket. So to start that, we first need a Amazon S3 bucket. So let's log into the Amazon console and search for S3 in the search bar. So once you are into the Amazon S3 console, create a bucket to store our image file. So the bucket name should be a unique one. So I am giving CloudFront demo. And the region you can select depends upon your content that needs to be there. You can select the region. I am giving as US East North Virginia, and I am selecting ACL as enabled so that our object writer remains the object owner. And I am unchecking the block all public access so that I can able to access the content from the internet. I need to acknowledge it. So remaining settings you can make it as a default, and I'm creating a bucket. So successfully our bucket has been created. Now we will upload our image file to this specific bucket. So I have just now uploaded a JPG file. So I'm clicking upload. So it is getting uploaded to the S3 bucket. So for a demo, I am just uploading an image file. So if you want, you can also upload HTML content in the S3 bucket as well. So upload has been succeeded. So here you can see CloudFront demo.jpg. So before updating other settings, I'm just copying the object URL and I'm pasting this. You will get access denied. Why we are getting access denied? Why? Because we haven't given any permission to this S3 bucket to access it from the internet. So to do that, we need to add some bucket permission to access the image from the internet. So before that, we should also create, means as I said in the demo, right? So we are going to create some custom error pages for specific errors like 404 not found or 404 forbidden. So for that, we will create a folder in the S3 bucket itself. So the folder name, I am giving a name as custom errors. So I have just given as custom error as a folder name, and I'm giving create folder. Our folder has been created. So inside this custom error folder, I'm going to upload two HTML file, one for error.html file, and another thing is block.html file. I have uploaded two files. One is for block.html and error.html. So I am giving upload. So upload has been succeeded. Here you can see two URLs, two HTML files has been successfully uploaded to the custom error folder. So now we will update the bucket permission so that we can able to access the content from the internet. So to do that, we are going to click on permissions in the S3 bucket. So we need to add a policy to do that. So I'm just giving edit policy. I'm just pasting the bucket policy, and also this is the on bucket ARN. So I need to replace it here and here. So here you can see to allow, and here also to allow to list the bucket as well as to get and put the object. So these permissions I am giving for the specific bucket. And I am saving this bucket policy. So we have successfully edited our bucket policy. Now, when I try to load this site, so we can able to see the image in the S3. But if you noticed, it will take some time to load. Here you can see it right, maybe from 1 or 2 seconds. But now we can able to access the image from the internet. Next, we will go to CloudFront to create our CloudFront distribution. So I'm just searching for CloudFront. And once you are into the CloudFront wizard, create a CloudFront distribution. And in the choose origin domain, so our content, our origin is in S3, right? So here you can able to see the S3. Just I'm selecting my S3. And remaining things, you can keep it as default. So basically, these are all the custom settings. Maybe we can configure custom header, we can configure, or some specific origin access control settings we can allow, and also protocols and cache policies also we can configure. So currently, I'm just giving all as a default one, and I'm just clicking create distribution. So it will take some 5 to 10 minutes to complete the deployment. The process will be taking around 5 to 10 minutes. Post the deployment is completed, you can see the distribution domain name, right? So with that domain name followed by the image, CloudFront underscore demo.jpg, that is a file name, right? So we can put that following by that, we can able to access the S3 with the main content. So let's wait for to become as an enabled one and to complete the deployment. So here it says as enable, and once the deployment is completed, it will show a date or time. So from that, we will copy the distribution domain name and this image. So let's wait for some 5 to 10 minutes. Now we can see the CloudFront distribution has been deployed, and it is the status is also in enabled state. Here you can copy the distribution domain name, and here you can paste it, and the JPG file name. I'm giving slash. See, you can see it right within a second or maybe millisecond, our content is getting delivered. So that is a major beneficial for using Amazon CloudFront. So at the first time, it will be getting it from S3 bucket. After some time, it will be the image will be coming in from cache. That is like a edge server. Now we are going to configure custom error pages in Amazon CloudFront. So to do that, in the Amazon CloudFront distribution, go to error pages, and here you can see create custom error response. Click on create. So first I'm going to configure for 404 not found, and I'm giving customized error response as yes, and the response page path, as I have mentioned it right in the S3 bucket, I have created a custom error folder, and in that I have two HTML files, one for error and one for block. So now I am going to configure for error. So I am giving the custom error slash error.html. So the response code should be 404 not found. So I am giving on click create custom error response. So once I given it, it will be going into deployment stage. So this process will take some 5 to 10 minutes to get completed. Now let's see post completion. Now we can see the deployment has been completed. Now I have copied the distribution domain name, and I'm giving a random image. Okay. So maybe ABC or maybe any image that is not exist in my S3 bucket. So basically, which we have configured is 404 not found. Okay. So I am giving cde.png. So yeah. So this is the HTML content which I have in my S3 bucket. So this displays as this is the error page. So this is what we are expected. So it is fine. Next, we are going to do geographic restriction. So to do that, just go to the CloudFront distribution and go for geographic restriction and click on edit. So basically here what we are going to do is if I need to block any country, okay, for example, some cities may they may have some restrictions, right? These cities should not access my content or likewise. So in that case, I need to select block list. So to test my scenario, so I'm going to select, I'm in India, so I'm giving as India. Okay, and selecting this country, and I'm giving save changes. So again, the deployment will be running on. So this will be taking 5 to 10 minutes. Let's see, post this, what is going to happen. Now you can see the deployment has been completed post updating the geographic restriction for the India country. The deployment has also been completed. So now what I'm going to do is just copying my distribution domain name, and this particular image is in my S3 bucket, right? So now let's see what is going to happen when I going to hit this URL. Okay, yeah. So this is what you're expected, right? Here you can see the CloudFront distribution is configured to block access from your country. We can't connect to this server for this app or at this time. There might be too much traffic. Try again later. If you provide content to customer to CloudFront, you can find steps to troubleshoot. Basically, this is the one we are expected, and it is coming great. So why? Because we have blocked the India country. That is why it is coming as this page. The request could not be satisfied. The CloudFront is blocking access from our country. So this is done. And the next thing is what we are going to configure is the forbidden page. Okay, so this is actually 404 is not found, we have configured, and another custom error response we are going to configure, that is for 403 forbidden. So to do that, I'm just selecting the 403 forbidden. Why? Because instead of showing this message, it maybe we can customize it, right? So the customer or from the other country, they should not know these things like Amazon CloudFront, and they may not aware of those technologies and these things. So instead of that, we can configure the custom content. So that is why we are selecting 403 forbidden, and I'm giving the custom error response as the path which we are given. So the custom error block.html, and I'm just giving click create custom error response. So this has been created. Now let's see, it has been, the deployment has been started. So to show the demo, I'm just giving each and every step. Once it is done, I'm just giving deployment. So you can also do all the settings one at a time, and you can do the deployment. Why? Because each deployment, it takes like 5 to 10 minutes, depending upon the content or the changes which you are deploying, which you are updating the changes. So let's wait for some time. Once the deployment is complete, let's see how this particular thing is getting changed. Okay, now you can see post updating the custom error response for 403, sorry, 403, the deployment has been completed. Now we will see, so before we update the custom error response, so it was showing the CloudFront distribution is configured to block access from your country. Now let's do the refresh. Here you can see it, right? So this is the custom content which I have in my blog.html file. The content is blocked in your location. So by this, all of them, they can able to understand, okay, so this content is not for our location, this is being blocked. So if we want, so we need to reach some of the consumers. So yeah. So here in this video, we have seen how to create an Amazon CloudFront distribution, and we have published an image through CloudFront, and also we have configured custom error pages for CloudFront distribution, and also we have configured restrictions based on geolocation. Thank you for watching this video.